Hello, welcome to Wednesday's class. Yes, it is kind of Novemberish today, Elizabeth. I don't know where you are, but here in Manchester, it's sort of rainy, but it's quite warm. It's not cold. It seems to either get cold and dry or warm and wet. Anyway, right, what am I going to talk about today? I have absolutely no idea. Except I thought maybe I would. What I haven't done for a little bit is talk about walking, because last week I was talking about the inflammation and the immunity that we can do something about, that seemingly causes people to have a bad reaction if they catch COVID-19. Oh, here's my postie coming up to the letterbox. Yes, so and I was asking how many people do the government minimum of 150, or say half an hour a day, of moderate exercise. Moderate means it makes you a bit puffed. Not a stroll, but, walking fairly briskly. Moderate exercise plus at least two strengthening exercises. Two strengthening sessions, not exercises. I mean, those are minimum requirements. So it's not the sort of maximum. And if you do if you do the Monday strength class and today's class, that would, I think, be okay for you. But you need to do the walking. And I mean, the government are stressing, even in lockdown, when Wales is locked down, they're stressing exercise is still really important. So exercise does play a huge part in combating COVID. I mean, we can't do anything about it. So remember the 6K daily steps challenge that I did. I might resurrect it for this. The challenge is to walk 6,000 steps every day. If you can't, if you haven't walked for ages, because I mean, lockdown or tier 3 or tier 2 is quite a nice excuse to sit and watch telly and blah, blah, blah. And then your hip flexors get short and then you start to walk like that. So you need at least half an hour every day. 6,000 steps will take you to probably maybe about 5,000, about half an hour, maybe a little bit longer, maybe about 40 minutes. But if you want to start small, if you're not used to walking, start in 10-minute bouts. See how many you do the first day, and that's your baseline. Then you increase every day. And remember, I was showing you about how to walk, and I'll show you that again now, because I'm very keen on walking. Well, if you want to walk, get a dog. Or even if you don't want to walk, get a dog, because the dog will want you to walk. Right, I'm just trying to get this so as we can see. So you're standing nice and tall and straight. Your head is over your head and spine are in alignment. Your shoulders are nice and relaxed. And remember, we're doing the walk. You're I'll do it in an exaggerated way. You're lifting your toe up. You're putting your foot down. You're not heel striking like that. You're placing your foot down and you're rolling on your foot. You're using your whole foot. I'm going to show you this. So you're putting your foot down and you're sort of walking, and you're pushing off with your toes. You're walking on the outside, rolling on the outside of your foot almost. So you're going like this. It's difficult to show you in a confined space, but it's up. And that's an exaggerated method. It is a very efficient method of walking because you're using your whole foot. So you're going like that. Out of shot. If you watch people walking, an awful lot of older people walk like this. Once you've had a fall, it's difficult to have the confidence to do that. And of course, with the balancing exercises that we're doing that is probably easier. So if you do, aim for 6,000 steps every day. If you do more, that's great. But 6,000 should be the minimum that you aim for. If you can't do 6,000, say you can only do 500, that's fine. but work up to 6,000 gradually. So if you're doing 6,000 steps every day, and you're doing your 2 sessions a week that I do, or this session twice, or Monday's session twice, you should be sorted. But that's the minimum. Minimum. Right. It's 11 o'clock. I'm just going to put this up a wee bit. And we're going to, oh yeah, I've got a new band today. Well, it's not new. I've got an upper band. I've got a stronger band because I was coasting before, and I'm gonna start challenging myself a little bit. Remember I said about decathlon. Now the colours may have changed, I don't know, but this is a decathlon medium band, and a medium band at decathlon is actually it's quite a strong band. So to cover bases, I've got a medium and I've got a light, which is light blue as well, but I'm not going to use that one today because it is quite light. Anyway, welcome to the session. If you haven't done this session before, it's for everybody. Most of the exercises, in fact, all of the exercises, I think, can be done in a chair if you have difficulty standing. The exercise session, the class is in 3 sections. There's a warm-up, and then there's the main body of the exercise, and then we do some stretching. I'm going to try and not talk too much because I hate going on. I talk a lot. I talk incessantly. But I'm going to try and talk as we're exercising. So we're going to start just by very gently, and it is very gentle, just doing very gentle walking on the spot. If you can, do it on your toes. If you're in the chair, just do the movement in the chair, because you're still going to get that. You're still going to. Your muscles are moving, your joints are moving. You're getting your joints and your muscles. I'm going to turn that down a wee bit. You're getting your joints and your muscles mobilized, warmed up, lubricated. So we're going to do just do slightly exaggerated arm exercises so that your shoulders are getting a movement as well. And we're not going to do, but it's very gentle. So we do 3, 2, 1. And then put your hands on your shoulders and stretch up. See if you can get your arms by your ears. If you can only get to there, that's fine. Do not force it. If you want, you can keep walking on the spot while you do this lot of exercise, this lot of stretching. Or not stretching, sorry, mobilization, warm up. That's the word I'm searching for. But you don't have to. Back down to your shoulders, push out to the side, back in, forward, and back. And then up again. Feel that stretch, down, out. And don't force any of the exercises. Don't force a limb to do anything it doesn't want to do or can't do because of injury or stiffness. Up and down, out and in, forward and back. Right. Put your arm on your shoulder, put your hand on your shoulder, make your arm like a wing, and it sticks out at 180 degrees. So imagine you've got a pencil on the end of your elbow, and we're going to do 5 big circles back. 1, full range of movement. 2, 3, drawing the circle on the wall. 4, 5, and then 5 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other shoulder. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Last one in these shoulder warming up exercises. I really like this one. When you do this one, what you're doing is you're raising one arm by your ear and the other one goes back. Try not to rock as you do it. It's only your arms that move. We're going to do 10. Just do as far as you can. If you've got limited mobility in your shoulders, don't force it. Just go as far as you can. So we're going to go 1, 2. This is good for your back as well. 3, because your back muscles are moving. 4. Anything that strengthens our back is great. 5, stops us stooping. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, remember I said sitting makes these hip flexors short, tight. If you don't strengthen your back, it starts to sag. And that's when you get this stoop thing. So you need strong back muscles to hold your shoulders back. Nice loose chest muscles, stretchy chest muscles, so that you don't get the old person stoop. Right, we're going to do our usual routine. So we're going to do just heel digs, like that. And at the same time, anchor both elbows and do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. So just check that you're doing opposite arm and leg. This is a balance, a strength, a coordination, all in one. This is a great exercise. 3, 2, 1. Next one, I'm just going to get rid of this chair a minute, it's a bit in the way. Next one, we're going to just take a step out to the side. Try not to, when you step out, try not to let this knee come right in, like that one did. Yeah, this one's better at going in. Obviously, these muscles here aren't as strong. It's these muscles here that we strengthen later on in the exercise class, in the exercise bit, that stops that happening. Anyway, enough chit chat. And then prayer hands and push out to the side. Trying to keep your knees pointing forward. I can see myself in the monitor, so I can see what my knees are doing. You can look down and see what yours are doing. 3, 2, 1. And then stepping back. And at the same time, having your hands here and pushing them out in front as you step back. Splay your fingers out. Give your hands a bit of a workout and a bit of a stretch as well. Warm them up. Again, try to keep your knees pointing forwards. Try not to let them fold in. Again, this is balance, coordination, strength, control. Oh, it's got everything. I don't know why we bother doing anything else. 3, 2, 1. And then the last one in this session, a little bit, just a toe tap. And at the same time, you're just going to swing your arms as if you're marching. Just swing those forward. And this is mobilizing your knees, all your joints that are moving actually. Your knees, your elbows, your wrists even, your hips, your ankles. Plus the strength coordination, blah, 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 balance. 3, 2, 1. Right, we're going to go through all that again. We're going to join it all up. So we're going to go heel dig, side, back, toe tap. 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 One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, we're going to do a little bit of shadow walking just to get you a bit nimble, to get you used to being a bit nimble. I'm going to put the camera down a bit and turn my back because people find it easier to follow if I'm facing the same way as they are. Does that work? Yes, I suppose it does. Anyway, so imagine you're standing at the bottom two corners of a square. So it goes like that. So you're going to take your right leg and put it up into the top left-hand corner, cross your left leg over to the top right-hand corner, and then go back to where your feet were originally. So you're going right, left, back, back, right, left, back, back. Do it slowly. Don't trip over your feet. Right, left, back, back. Keep doing it. This bit, when you're doing that bit over, that's the dangerous bit because that's where you're most unbalanced. So try not to fall during that bit. Right, left, back, back. Right, left, back. You do it on your toes if you can. Right, left, back, back. Right, we're going to do it the other way now. So we're going to go left, right, back, back, left, right, back, back. You can get a twist in your spine to do it. Left, right, back, back, left, right, back, back, left, right, back, back, left, right, back, back. Okay? Nobody fell, I hope. But it's quite good because if you're walking along and you trip, that gives you the agility, doing this, gives you the agility to catch yourself. You're not sort of caught flat-footed. If you can use your toes and you can do the agile thing, fling your legs around. So I'm not doing it just to sort of make life difficult for you. I'm doing it to help you. I'm just going to put this up slightly. Right. Are we all warmed up? So, squatting. Remember, I'll show you how to do a squat from the chair in a minute. But remember, free squatting is not your knees coming forward. It's sitting without the chair. Oh, my legs, my knees sort of clicked then. And also keep your knees, again, like headlights pointing forward. Don't let them come in. And you've got an eye in your chest, and that's looking forward. If you can't do a free squat sitting in the chair without using your hands, stand up and then sit down again. See how you sit down. See where your bottom is when you just normally sit down. It sticks right out. Okay, if you can't do that, use your hands for momentum and get yourself up and back again. And failing that, put your hands on your knees and stand up. Okay? Last week I showed you how to do an exercise, just keeping your thigh on the chair, straightening your calf. If you can't do any of the squats, you can do this one. Do 5 on each leg. Anyway, I'm going to do a free squat. Remember, you don't have to go down very far. So, we're going to do 10. So we're going to go 1, 2. If you want at the top, you can come forward a bit. 3, so if you're standing up properly. 4, nice and slow and controlled. 5. If you can only go down this far, that's absolutely fine. 6, 7. Oh, I'm going to fall backwards. 8, because your weight is in your heels. 9, 10. Just to torture you a little bit more, if you're doing a free squat, just get down into the squat, however far you go. Let's just go to there and then pulse. Just gently up and down, not going forwards, just your bottom going up and down. You feel it there on your thighs. Woo, 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 woo. I can. Woo, 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 woo. Oh dear. Excuse me a minute. I wrote out a new order of the exercises, and then Carefully folded it up and put it in the bin instead of folding up the old one. Right, I know where we are now. So, seated row. So, I'm sitting sideways like this at the moment, so you can see where my feet are. Sitting down at the edge of your chair, feet out, heels on the floor, toes pulled back. Loop the band around your feet into the instep, hopefully. Sitting up nice and straight, not leaning back, just sitting up nice and straight. Good bit of tension on the band. And then I'm just going to bring the chair around to show you what my arms are doing. See, this exercise you can do with quite a strong band because you're using both arms together and they're quite strong. So, sitting up nice and straight, you're just pulling your arms back. You're not lifting out or up, just back. So that's one. Squidge your shoulder blades together. One. Excuse me. Two. Three. Four. I can notice a difference with these bands, definitely, with this band. 5. 6. Your band should be 7, so that when you're getting to about now, you're thinking, oh, I'll be glad when this is over. 8, I don't mean the whole thing, I mean each particular exercise. I'll be glad when this one's over. 9, 10. Now I could feel that there, definitely towards the end, which I can't usually when I use the red band, which isn't strong enough. Right, stay seated. Put your band under your knees and then flip it over. And then hold it there. Your hands don't move from there now, but have your feet hip width apart and then open your knees so that your thighs are parallel. And that is your starting position and your finishing position. Your knees do not close during this exercise. With a stronger band, I can already feel this. So, ho, 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 ho. Open, your feet stay on the ground. Your feet will probably go up onto their sides, but that's fine. And then back to there. 1. Do it as far as you can. 2. I've got a bit of a shake on my thighs there. 3. Now I'm really starting to be able to feel that. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. That feels much more worthwhile than when I did it with the red band. I just feel as if I've actually been working my muscles a bit harder. Right, we're going to do the bicep curl. So you stand on your band, hold it in one hand, anchor your elbow into your waist. I sort of balance it on my hip bone. Hold the band, have quite a bit of, don't hold it at the end, because that's no good. Hold it so it has quite a bit of tension, so that when you're holding it there, about 45 degrees, you're actually physically having to use this muscle. Okay, so that's where that's your starting and your finishing point. And then you're just closing your elbow. You're not lifting, it's only your forearm that moves. We'll go 1. I'm going to tighten this a bit. 2. It's making it harder for me. 3. 4. This is why you should try out band shop. 5, or get a selection. 6. Ha ha ha. See, I'll be glad when this one's finished now. 7. But unlike weights, you can slacken off the tension if you want. 8. Ha. 9. 10. Wow, that muscle is going to be sore tomorrow, I think. Other side. So anchor your elbow. This one is harder because my hand isn't as strong. So if you've got quite a lot of tension, you do need to have quite a big grip. So if you've got arthritis in your hands or anything, weights are sometimes easier to hold. Anyway, 1, turn sideways so as you can see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Control the descent as well. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa. Right, the next one we're going to do is the balancing one. So you need the chair for this because, although it's a balancing exercise, you need the chair there just in case you start to topple. Now, this is hard. We started on this just by doing one leg, but I mean, that's old hat. We can all just stand on one leg now because we're just so good at it, aren't we? So I've introduced a little bit more difficulty, and it does make it much harder. So if you can't do all 10, then that's absolutely fine. Just do what you can do. If you're exercising in the chair, this one's going to be, you just have to sit this one out. But what we're going to do is we're going to engage our core, which are the big muscles, like a corset of muscles, both inside and outside, because that helps stabilize you when you're doing the balancing. So we're going to breathe out. I mean, really, you should be engaging your core for all the exercises. It's just that if we keep doing it all the time, it takes up too much time. So breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can, and then release it slightly. At the same time, pull up your pelvic floor. There, you're all nice and tight and secure. And then what we're going to do is put your hands on your hips. If you need to, hold on. If you don't, you might do a bit of both. And we're going to put one leg, we're going to, said she, falling over immediately. We're going to bring your leg up parallel, so your thigh is parallel to the floor. If you can't get it parallel to the floor, absolutely fine. Just get it to where you can. Hang on, I'm going to have to stabilize myself here. And then we're going to go 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. This is quite hard, this, isn't it? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 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 Last one. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Whoa, that is hard. If you can do that all the way through, respect. It is a hard one, isn't it? Give your hips a bit of a wiggle. Oh, and engage your core again. Breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can, and then relax it slightly, pulling up your pelvic floor. Hands on hips. Up. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, that one's more difficult, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Oh. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Oh, holding on. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, falling all over the place here, 6 o'clock. Last time, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm back up. Well done. I hope you did better than I did on the second one. Let's just have those, give those hips a bit of a wiggle. Oof, gets me there actually. But it is great because it strengthens the leg that you're using. It improves your balance. It strengthens this leg as well. I mean, you may find this bit difficult, but just when you've got a moment, just practice standing on one leg, and it just seems so easy after doing that. And remember, when you first started this class, you maybe found it difficult to stand on one leg. Anyway, we're doing the abs. So sit on your chair sideways, so that you've got the back here. You can hold on to it if you need to. You may not need to. You may not feel insecure, but if you feel you're going to topple. And then you're sitting so that your knees are, your feet are comfortably on the floor. If you're vertically challenged, you may need to sit further forward. If you're tall, you can sit further back. Just as long as your feet are comfortably on the floor and they're not going to come up unless you want them to. And then we're sitting up nice and straight with your middle finger just touching the top of your, just touching your kneecap. And then we're going to sit back slightly, about so that your middle finger comes about an inch above your kneecap. This is where, if you're not sitting, if you don't have a good footfall, this is where you might want to come up, but don't. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go just one leg and then the other. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I've lost count. Sit forward. Sorry. Sit back. We'll start again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't need to bring your knees up far. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, and then sit forward. Can you feel that on your abs? I can, definitely. And then, even though we did it in a very sort of mashed up fashion the first time, we're going to do it one more time to do it properly, so that I can count properly. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Standing up gets you there, doesn't it, as well? It gets me there as well. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to lean forward and lean onto the chair like this. And your legs are under your hips. Your ankles are under your hips. So you're not like this and you're not like this. Just nice and feet hip width apart. You better make sure there's nothing behind you. And we're going to go up to you have to bend your back, bring your knee up as high as you can, and then back. Don't sort of swing it back. Bring your knee up and then place it back. 1, and bring it up and place it back. 2, 3, 4, far. See how far you can get your knee up. 5, 6. Keep your head in alignment with your spine. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the next one, your left leg, your next one. How many have you got? Your other leg. Bring it up and place it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I tell you what, that gets me there as well. It's great for these back muscles here and your bum, because if you just hold onto the chair, put that leg out like that, you can feel these muscles in your back and your bum muscles tightening, pulling your leg up. But I could also, when I was doing that one, I could feel that as well. Woof. Right. We're going to do the triceps. These are these muscles here. Now, I don't know how this is going to go with the tougher band, because this is quite a tough exercise with a tough band. It's the one where you hold it over your shoulder. You control the tension with this one. You put your hand behind your back as if you're going to, you don't really need to see my feet for this one. Your arm behind your back like that, as if you're going to smack somebody with a hammer. I don't know why I always say smack somebody with a hammer. So if you're going to, I don't know, have toffee hammer or something. Anyway, if you've got shoulder impaired shoulder mobility, have your hand here. And what you're going to do is just push down to the ground. The shoulder doesn't move. It's just maybe it moves a bit, but it's just your forearm, so that you are actually using those muscles there. If you do that, you can feel those muscles. If you're doing this way, you just go up to the ceiling. Okay, so we're going to do 10. So we're going to go 1, 2, control the downward bit as well. 3, I'll show you what it looks like from behind. 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish this was over. 8. Ho, 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 ho. 9. 10. The reason I was laughing is because that 10th one was very hard. I had quite a lot of tension in the band. Right, swap over, whichever way you're using your arm. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, that was quite fierce, that. Right, now, somebody who shall remain nameless mentioned the fact, in a sort of disappointed tone, if you can have a disappointed tone in an email or a message, that last week I only did 1 set of squats. So having your welfare constantly on my mind, I thought, right, I'm going to reintroduce them. So we're going to do 10 more squats. Don't thank me. Don't thank me. It's okay. It's for your good. So, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woof. Now, the last one, well, sort of the last one, is the delightful side bends. So remember, feet slightly wider than hip width apart. If you're going to bring your hand over your head, have it straight, make it work. Don't have it just sort of hanging limply. And it's easier if you breathe out on the way down. I can never get the breathing quite right. Right. So, okay. Oh. 1. These get easier as you go through the exercise. 2. But the first few on either side kill me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wasn't too bad towards the end. Other side. 1. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Right, we're going to do our little routine. We're going to do it slowly at first. Side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time, heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, we're going to zazz it up a bit as if there was music on. So if you've got your own music, please put it on now, unless you already have done. And we're going to do this a bit faster. So it's going to stretch your coordination. Although if you've been doing it, we've been doing it about 6-7 months now. So those of you that have been with me since lockdown. So we're going to do heel dig, side, back, toe tap, 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 heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, flat up. Well done. I really wish we could play music because it's so much more fun to music. Right, for just in case you're not exhausted enough, so let me get my stopwatch. Just in case you're not exhausted enough, we're going to end with heartbeat. Now, as you may remember, these are 3 20-second sessions of very high intensity exercise. So you're going to do tiny little steps and use your arms, and you're going to go as fast as you can for 20 seconds, really, really giving it some welly, 20 seconds. If you're in the chair, you can do the same movements in the chair. So, are you ready for the first one? On your marks, set, go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Oops. What I should have said, but didn't, is if you've got any heart problems, any worries about doing this, if you've got any pain, you feel any pain while you're doing it, obviously stop immediately. But that's common sense. You know yourself better than I do. If you're able to do it, then absolutely fine. It has quite a lot of benefits doing high intensity exercise. I mean, some people look on it as a panacea and you only, get fit in 3 minutes a day. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not possible. You can improve certain things, but your muscles need to lift and your heart needs to pump for longer than 3 minutes a day. Well, it needs to pump all the time, obviously, but your muscles need the constant exercise of walking and things. So don't you listen to any of that nonsense. You can do it. It doesn't do any harm, but you need other stuff as well. Right, are you ready? Second session, second bout of 20 seconds. On your marks, set, go. "17, 18, 19, 20. What I probably should have said as well, it's a bit late now, is that obviously, well, none of this is obligatory. You are all choosing to do this class, but if you don't want to if you want to sit out the high intensity stuff at the end, that's fair enough. Bit late now if you've already done 2 of them. Think, Rosemary says we've got to do it, so I'll do it. Right, just give you a few more seconds, rest, and then to recover, and then we'll do the third session. Okay, you ready? So on your marks, set, go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Fabulous. Did you manage that? Right, we're going to go into the stretching in a moment. Just get your breath back for a few seconds. As usual, if you've enjoyed the class, don't go rushing off. We've got the stretching to do. If you've enjoyed the class, you can, if you want, buy me a coffee just to show your appreciation. I've put it on below the video, but I just suddenly had a thought that I maybe didn't actually include the link. I'll check when I stop being live. I'll go back in and check. But quite a lot of you will have the link already. But I'll just check that I put it there. Right. So if you're all not quite so panty now, we'll start with the calf muscles. Remember, get the chair. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Both heels on the floor. Just check that both feet are pointing the same direction. They both should be pointing forwards. Just have a look at your feet. And just lean forward and feel the stretch at the top of your calf. And then gently bend your back knee and your heel will come off the floor. Gently feel the stretch going down. If you stand on that, on your toe, feel the stretch going down into your Achilles tendon. Put your weight on the back leg, not on the front. That's just there to balance you. And then switch legs, back leg straight, both feet pointing forwards. Just check that mine are. Yes, they are. Leaning forward. And feel the stretch behind your upper bit of your calf, which I'm sure you know is called your gastrocnemius. And then gently bend your back knee. The heel will come off the ground. Put your weight on that back foot. And you should feel the stretch going down into your lower calf muscle, which is your soleus, and into your Achilles tendon. Okay, we're going to do the quadriceps now, the big thigh muscles. So if you can, grab your shoe, your heel, your trouser leg, your sock. Some people put a band around it, which is a good idea, but the bands are a bit bouncy. Some people use a towel. If you can, standing, you can hold on or not, as you please. Try and keep your knees together. If you can't do that, then you can do dynamic stretching. Just put your hands behind you. See if you can kick your hands. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Just keep doing that. So static stretchers, and we're going to do that for a few seconds. Dynamic stretchers, the moving ones. I'm going to try and do this without holding on. See, this is easier for me than it used to be, simply because the balancing exercises are improving my balance as well as yours. Well, I hope they're improving your balance. Okay. Dynamic stretchers, keep doing it. Static stretchers, swap legs. I'm going to try and not hold on. This is a lot easier than, I don't mean the stretch is easier, I mean the balancing is a lot easier than it used to be. When you keep making exercises more and more difficult, you just think you're not improving, but then if you go back and do it much more, do an easier version of it, you do realize that you have, let that go, you have improved. Just try the standing on one leg. Let me know how you get on without doing anything, just. Right. Sitting on the edge of the hamstrings now, the big muscles at the back of your legs. Sitting on the edge of your chair. Knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees. Sitting up nice and straight, one leg forward, toe pulled back. Sit up nice and straight, lean forward from your hips, not from the waist. And then sit up. And repeat on the other side. So sitting up nice and straight, forward from the hips, not from the waist. And up we get. So standing straight, sorry, standing arms out, palms facing forwards. You're going round the tree, rather not like that, just like that. And then dip your head. You can bend your knees slightly as well if you want. And then if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together. If you're interlinking your fingers, lift your arms up a bit. That gives you a stretch across your chest. Remember what I was saying about keeping your back muscles strong and your chest muscles able to relax, not tight, stretching them out. Okay, I forgot one. Get your chair again. So you're going to sit sideways on the chair. I'll have to move it here because I got. Make sure you've got plenty of room out behind you. Sitting sideways on the chair. Don't have much chair left here. Sit on the edge here and then stretch this leg out behind you. You're trying to stretch these muscles here. Remember your hip flexors that I was mentioning that get tight if you sit. Keep your body upright as well. So you're straight out like that. Just do the best you can. But one of the reasons for sitting sort of on the edge of the chair is that so the chair doesn't get in the way of this leg when it's going back. You can get a bit, sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. You can get a bit of a tangle if you don't do that. And then switch. So I'm going to have to move my chair over this way so that I've got room for my leg. And then you're stretching out the other leg. Being nice and upright. And this is back. Okay. Right. Move that out of the way for a moment. We're going to stretch these muscles here. So put your hand up with your palm facing back and then down your back like that. If you've got mobility problems with your shoulder, then just leave this one out. And then you just push back so as you can feel that stretching a bit. Of this hand is just nice and relaxed, just floating there. And then other one, pull it back. Okay. Sitting in the chair. Oh. Just dip your head. Put your hand on your crown, but don't push. Just let the weight of your hand push your head down slightly. And then release it. And then turn your head to the left as far as it will go. And then put your hand on your chin, your right hand on the right hand side of your chin, and try and turn your head back to the center. Create tension in your neck by doing that. And then relax totally, and you should be able to turn your head slightly further to the left. Hold it there for a few seconds. And then bring it back to the center. And then turn it to the right slowly. Put your left hand on your left hand side of your chin. Try and turn your head back to the center, resist. And then release the tension and keep your head turned to the right. See if you can turn it a few more millimeters to the right. And then bring it slowly back to the center. And that is that. Thank you very much. I'll see you either next Monday or next Wednesday, depending on whether you're doing my strength class or not. I'll check and see that see if the buy me a coffee link is there. Eyes shut, balance still bad. Well, open your eyes, Elizabeth. I think most people's balance is bad with their eyes shut. Well, it's not too bad actually. It's better than I thought it would be. How is it when you balance but keep your eyes open, Elizabeth? Is it better than it was before you started the classes? Let me know on Wednesday how it's going, or let me know. Open, yes. Yeah, well, how many times do you stand on one leg with your eyes shut? I don't know. Anyway, Have a nice weekend and see you next Wednesday or Monday.